Hi everyone, I'm Coach Rick Stockel. I am co-owner of Newman and Dunn Real Estate here in Central Virginia, as well as I am a high school boys basketball coach at Monacan High School. I've sold over 1,300 homes here in Central Virginia, and I would love to work with you and your family in your home buying needs. I am a proud primary sponsor of Ballin' in Virginia, and I hope you enjoy this show.
Yeah, man, I appreciate Rick Stockel for sponsoring the show today. He's a great guy, great coach, great realtor here in Virginia. Make sure you give him a call or check out his website over at rickstockel.com if you're looking for any homes in Virginia. Thanks again, and let's get into this episode. Yeah, yeah. All right, everybody. Welcome to another episode of BallinVA. Today, I got a special family in here today. We got the Bacot family. Yeah. We got Big Mondo, we got Julia, we got AZ, we got King, and y'all, we're gonna have some fun, man. It's like family up in here, man. So, how y'all doing, everybody?
We doing good.
That's what's up. Thank y'all for finally coming on. You know how we do, man.
We gotta rep our hometown.
Yeah, for sure.
We gotta get in here. BallinVA.
Hey, thank y'all for support, man. Y'all don't have no idea how big this is for me, man, to have all of y'all here at the same time. And like I said, we just gonna have some fun today, and we're just gonna do this. So I'm gonna start with AZ, cause she in a brace and she got the crutches. AZ, what is going on, sweetheart?
Nothing much. How you doing, man?
I'm fine. You don't put you on the spot first. We gonna sit there, cause we're gonna make it around the King, and like I said, we're gonna get there. But what's going on with you?
Nothing. Just recovering now and trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with my internships. That's pretty much it right now. But just mainly focusing on recovering.
Okay. You still in school?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll be graduating in May of this spring.
So basketball, is it done for you? Or
I
what?
wouldn't say done. Like either way, I'm still gonna be around it. But like as of right now, I just like mainly focusing on recovering. So like I'll definitely still play. But like right now, it's just focusing on recovering.
Well, look, I tell everybody, it's so much more than basketball to this thing, and it's about networking and relationships. And you just been able to be blessed to have a talent to go to school and play.
Yeah.
And but the relationships start after that, because once you're in that group, you can pretty much take your talent and kind of do whatever, coaching or whatever it is that you want to do. You'll always be remembered that way. So I want to be able to come to a game.
Yeah, definitely.
So hopefully you'll be able to recover anything like that. Did they redshirt you or?
So when I first told my coach about my surgery, my doctor had told me I could come in there and get it done quickly, so I could come back. But after looking at it, the surgery I got, you can't return back to the sport till it's basically like an ACL surgery or whatever. I got 3 screws in my knee, so it's basically like an ACL. Yeah, so it's really gonna be hard to come back. I can't even do the little stuff I'm supposed to do in physical therapy yet. I'm starting physical therapy early. I was supposed to wait 7 weeks, but I'm on my 3rd week post-op, so it's kind of tough. Didn't redshirt, but still around the team and stuff. I still talk to them every day. My coach checks on me every day, so yeah. But I would say this was kind of a blessing and a curse, because so many doors have opened for me as of what I'm gonna do after school. So my major's mass comm, so I want to be a sports analyst, so I have a lot of stuff opening for me right now. I have a big announcement I'm gonna announce December and November. So I say this is a blessing that occurred. It's definitely hard, just seeing all my friends and stuff post their basketball pictures. I'm dang, I was so excited for my senior year, and I just worked so hard over the spring, like working with Matt. Like I was in the gym every day. Like I think like after we left the Final Four, I got so motivated watching Mondo. Like it helped me a lot, and like I was in the gym every day. Like I would like tell my friends like at a point in time, I'm a party person, so like
We know.
I ain't missing no parties. But like I missed so many like events this year because like I was so focused, and like I don't know, I think that's what really crushed me. Like I fell back in love with basketball. Like I'm not even gonna lie, like last year it was just so much going on, like, and with COVID, like everything just kinda, my mind was just everywhere. Like I wasn't focused like how I used to be. So I think like after the Final Four, like seeing Mondo, like that really motivated me, and like talking to Mondo, like I just got back to where I used to be. So like just losing that, like that just was really broke me. So, but every day, like I just catch myself watching like my old pictures, videos, and I'm just like, dang, like I don't know what I'm gonna do. But
That's cool. That's crazy. And that's one thing I always want to know with athletes. Do y'all kind of like, and I know King, I'm gonna get to him because I know he's so young right now, so I know he ain't got to that part. But like when you go through injuries and playing and stuff like that, y'all kind of go back and look at your old stuff.
Yeah.
Like I be wanting to ask Malik all the time. I be like, I don't really see him even doing any stuff. Like I think it's like obsolete to him or whatever, or he just kind of just store it away.
Yeah.
But when you go through injuries and then when you stop playing, it's like, do you kind of reminisce and kind of go back?
yeah, I definitely reminisce every day. Like I usually go to bed early. Like I be up like almost every night. Like even like without my knee, like I just be up every night just looking at stuff. Like just be thinking like, and everything just be coming back to me. Like dang, like I wouldn't say this is it, but it's just like dang, like the most important year to me, my senior year, like it's just gone. But it's just like I be trying to think like on the bright side. Like so much stuff is opening for me. Like I gotta really work on like how to walk again regular, like just doing everything I used to could do regular. Like I can't do like as much as I used to could do.
Yeah.
So like I would say like when I tore my meniscus in like 2020, it didn't really bother me that much because like we didn't play that year like because of COVID. But like I think this one, because this is like a serious knee injury, this one really like opened my eyes. Like what am I gonna do? So like I don't know, everybody different. Everybody definitely take it different. Like some people just like brush it off because like they got other stuff. But I don't know, just me personally, because like basketball was all I've ever done like my whole life. So just like my last year, like I definitely had dreams to play overseas, but it's like I don't know now.
But I'm glad that you say that because this is what people come up to tell me when they see the podcast, man. You know, I like to know everybody's story, man, what happened and everything like that. So it's good that you telling everybody because people going to see this, your peers and everybody, and they want to know. They may not ask you, but now they hear it, they kind of see it. Because, you know, you got like the younger generation. I guess y'all don't ask questions the way we ask. Y'all do that, but it is kind of good to hear. But going back to your question, I mean, your response, you talk about Mondo. How was that experience in that Superdome of seeing the Final Four, seeing your brother on that big stage? Like, I saw the pictures with y'all. I ain't gonna lie, I was so jealous. I was so jealous. I'm gonna ask, y'all can ask this. How was it, though? I mean,
it was crazy feeling. Like, it was just so many people in there. Like, I got anxiety, but I ain't never had bad anxiety like I had in there. But I think it was just so, like, dope being, like, that's our brother, like, that's their kid. Like, that was just crazy experience, like, to see, like, knowing Mondo, like, where he came from and just to, like, help lead his team there was, like, huge. And, like, that was really big for, like, Richmond and all that because, like, we've had a lot of athletes come out the 804 and stuff. Like, I think that year Joey Rodriguez and them, what they went to the Final Four. Yeah, like, that was big. But it's just, like, we in a new generation now. So, like, everybody our age, like, it just was crazy. Everybody calling me like, how is it? Like, bro, we see y'all on TV. Like, that joke was just crazy. Like, I'm so used to watching the Final Four on TV. Like, but it was a great feeling.
Yeah, King, how you feel, man? How you feel about seeing your brother on that big stage like that?
That was a crazy experience.
Hey, look, y'all was there. I'm gonna tell you, when I saw y'all like huddled together, man, and stuff like that, that just did something to me. I ain't gonna lie. Because I was just like, man, I would never, ever be able to get an experience like that. You know what I'm saying? For me. So for y'all, I kind of lived my life through y'all seeing that. you know, Big Doe and you, and I was like, oh my God, like,
Yeah.
that is so cool because you never know when you get a chance to go back.
Facts. That was the biggest thing. Like, we know they got a great team this year, but it's like it took a lot to get there, so it's gonna, like, with them being ranked number one now, it's gonna be like even more pressure on them. But I definitely got them going back.
Yeah,
And I know that was a lot on them. Like, that feeling will never go away. So it's just like they're gonna keep that chip on their shoulder. So like I definitely pray and hope they finish this year.
Man, Joya, tell me
I'm
what
just
your
blessed to be
experience.
a part of it all.
I know.
I am truly. But I mean, I think we're gonna see more stuff like that.
Oh,
You know, I think this
absolutely.
is the beginning of it all. It's just like
I saw
you know,
it
we
from,
looking.
from you know, I saw it, you know,
saw it from the
15,
womb.
20 years ago, you know, from the womb. It's crazy because, you know, when I tell people this, like when Armando was a freshman, I text Hubert, you know, I said, man, we're going to go to the Final Four. I said, I just don't know if we can win. And it was crazy to see, you know, the events happen the way they did. And, you know, it's something I always knew my son would do. You know, it's like, and I always tell people, like, you know, he wasn't always everybody's favorite.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he worked hard, and I tell people, I said it was the main thing. He really just worked hard, you know, at the right times, and it's like he just never really got discouraged.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, just just being there, you know, taking it all in is just a different feeling. You know, it's just, that's your son.
It'll bring tears to you.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I was
One
gonna
of them
ask y'all
moments.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna ask y'all that. Like, do y'all have those type of moments, stuff like that? I know I'm an emotional person when I'm seeing stuff like that behind the scenes.
No,
People
Dad
just
is
talking
emotional.
about.
I'm
Yeah, oh yeah, you already know that.
Bad
I mean, you know, it's just
boy.
like, you know, it's like you have these dreams, man, with these kids, man. It's like, you know, you dream and you plan, you work for it. You know, a lot of times I tell people, I say, you know, you be trying to get somewhere, you just stuck somewhere, and you're looking around, you don't know which way to go, but you just, you know, you just keep working, and it's like, you know, just, I feel like everything he's gotten, he deserved. He worked hard for it, ain't nobody gave him nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And, just everything, just, you know, his whole experience with basketball, just young, like it's the difference with him, like he's really good now as to where Armando wasn't that good, you know, that young, and it's like, you know, as he progressed, you know, through the years, just to, you know, watch him win everything he could win as a high school basketball player, except Gatorade was just crazy.
So let me ask y'all a question. Do you think your experiences seeing what Mondo, AZ went through, coming up playing basketball, prepared you for King?
Definitely. Definitely. I took a lot of mental pictures, a lot of mental notes. You know, I was just really just watching, and like I said, just shout out to Christy, you know, his mom, you know. You know, she just was,
Shout out to Christy, man.
yeah, she was a, she, I mean, to be honest, I just followed her lead, you know, because I'm kind of the guy deal off the handshake and stuff like that. And mom's like to say right. You know, she just made all the right calls at the right time. But you know, like, you know, it was a team effort, you know. His brothers, his sisters, you know, I always remind him, you know, they sacrifice so, you know, you can have this stuff, you know, so you can be where you're at. He's humble.
I think a lot of it is you know, he's been through it, dealt with it. He actually, with Mondo and AZ, he's kind of like went down the path and down that road. So dealing with King is a lot easier, a lot more knowledge as far as what to do, how to do it. And I tell him every day, I don't know what I would do without him. I'm gonna tell you, I don't know. It's been a lot. It's a lot other than basketball, and it's a lot of questions that I had that he could answer just from AZ and Mondo already going through it. So,
Right.
but that alone, him and AZ alone, you know, they just a good, just good. It's good for King to be able to look up to them and already, you know, see what's out there for him. So.
Yeah, because for me, like I said, I don't know how I would be able to handle that.
Yeah.
And I don't know, there's no handbook
No, it's not.
for y'all to go through this. I mean, y'all get
Lot of
questions,
praying.
all that, well.
A lot of praying.
Yeah,
Well-
a lot of praying all day.
A lot, every
But
night.
I say with King, I don't know. I mean, it's a blessing for him to have a sister and a brother at that status. and just alone, just knowledgeable as they are, to be able to look at and call if he got any questions, or ask questions if he need to. And AZ, she right there in the house with us, so it's perfect. But it's been a blessing, though. It's been a real ride.
I can tell.
Yeah, it's been a real ride, and I'm glad to be a part of it all.
That's good. AZ, you overprotective of your little brother?
Yeah.
You ain't that big sister that always.
Yeah, I would say like I'm so hard on King because like King is just don't even realize like how much he got in him. Like he know what he got in him now, but he don't know how far he can go, and that's what I be trying to tell him all the time. Like just like the little stuff he be doing. Like I always tell King, like I'm always on King. Like King definitely be annoyed with me, but I want King to go down the right path. Like
Right.
King started at an early age, so like the stuff he's doing now, like we were not doing then. Like I did not touch a basketball that early. Like he legit touched the basketball like three or two, one of them. But yeah, like King don't even realize like how much he got in him, and that's why like I'm just so hard on King because like I don't ever want King to slip up, and I know he won't. But it's just like he just so hard headed, so it just be like. But I get it. He's so young, but like I definitely outside of my dad and his mom, like I'm King biggest fan. Like I just see so much in him, and just like seeing like him play like is big, and like hearing like people talk about him, like I'll be out like with people my age, and they'll be bringing up King. Not even want to bring up King. I'm like, you seen it? Like yeah, like your brother nice. I'm like yeah. So like I was at work one day. This man came over there. He looked at my last name. He was like, your little brother coming in here to Manchester this year. I'm like, yeah. He was like, we can't wait to have it. I was just like, nah, that's crazy.
Yeah, we definitely gonna be there. Me and Malik was talking about. Malik looked at the video and he said, hey, man, look at King. He said, man, that's crazy. He said, come here, look at this, Dad. Come here, look at this. And I was like, what? And it was what you had sent me. And I was just like, I said, oh yeah. And he was like, this is crazy, man. He was just like, just sitting there laughing about it. He was just like, wow. He said, I could only imagine.
So much so young, right?
Yeah, man, you dealing with that.
Yeah.
I have to remember he's 12 though. You know, I have to remind myself. You know, I'm really hard on him. So you know, a lot of times she had to remind me. She had to remind me. My other daughter, Armando, they always call me Dad. He's 12.
Yeah.
He's 12. Dad.
Shout out to Mari.
Yeah, shout out to Mari.
Shout out to Mari.
And it's like it's just like we all just see so much for him that I don't think he really sees for himself right now.
No, he probably don't.
And it's like I just try to tell him, I was like, man, it's just there's so much there for you, man. You just gotta walk into it, man.
Yeah, you got so much family. It's like some people don't have that village, and it's like you got two sisters. We got three sisters, but the little sister she sleep already. Well, bless her heart. You got two older sisters and an older brother, King. Like. What's it like, man? I mean, like, just you getting it from Armando call you and say something? Like, AZ said what she said. Do Mari say something?
Azhane is really like, she's like who
The
I
one.
talk to the most because she's like right there.
Okay.
And Mari, I don't see her as much as I see both of them, but yeah, I love them all. They're all like, yeah.
Who motivated you, man? Like, who was the one that influenced you the most?
Yeah, I'll say probably Mondo, because when I was younger, I just played basketball just to play. But like when I started seeing all the things that he did and all the things he won, I wanted to win those things. So yeah, that's really motivated me to go out and play as hard as I do and want to play basketball.
I want to ask you this question. Always want to ask you this. What is it like to walk around as a #1 basketball player in your class in the country? Like, do people, like kids, just walk up to you all the time when they see you? I know what the hate, and we gonna get to the hating part. We can do that, but what is it like just on a regular day? Just like
it's a lot, because you got some people that like you, you got a lot of people that hate you. So it's like I get mad sometimes at like the people that don't like me, but like the people that like me, I'm gonna show you respect and I'm gonna show you love. But like, it's just a lot of people. It's a lot. It's a lot on me because I'm not as older and stuff like that, and they treat me like I'm some older kid and they don't for me. And,
I think that's what it is. Your problem. You be too worried about like you gonna have people talk about you regardless. Like that's why I be trying to get him to understand, like, that common stuff don't mean nothing. Like, nothing. Because at the end of the day, nobody can take away what he got.
Right.
So,
That is
Like,
true.
He told me one day I was getting down on the world bad about something. He said, I'm 12. I just want to play basketball. I didn't sign up to be perfect. And it's like, kind of the standard, that, his family holds him to. And, his peers, his coaches and stuff, they kind of hold him to a different standard. And, as far as the number one thing, it was crazy because we just woke up one day and, my friend said, they got King ranked number one. I didn't even know they ranked kids that,
Yeah, me neither.
But hey, we're going to go with it though,
You ride that way.
And, it just started, from one site to another site. And it really, to me, it didn't really matter to him, I don't think, until like this year. Like getting into like the latter part of
A lot of
age.
people really put it on me.
Yeah, it was like,
A lot of people started hating me. I was like, bro, it's not that serious.
It's really not.
We're like 12 years old, bro. You got multiple years, so you got like 10 more years to like the league. That's what really matter. Y'all out here pushing me.
I know.
It's not that deep, bro.
I try to, I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
I try to, like, a lot of times, man, like, I really, 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 I ride him. I ride him, and it's like, on another level sometimes, because, I just always try to get him and let him know, like, it's just a game. It's just a game. It really doesn't matter. I want to win, but I really don't care. I just want to see you compete. Compete at a high level, and have, great character. When the game is over, it's over. Let's just let it be.
Right.
And, he carries it well, but, like somebody had to put me in check one day. They say, you ever been 12 with a sister that I think only lost 3 games all her high school career, and a brother that won everything? He said, and you're number one? He said, you know what it's like to be that at 12? He said, did you even play basketball on that level? I said, no. He said, all right then, man. He was like, man, just try to, help me through it, because I do, like, I hold him to a high standard, and it's just because, like, just where we're going, it's like, you just can't, you just got to learn to control your emotions. And it started with me, because he feed off of me, I'm a real emotional guy. When it get to them, my kids, like, I don't care.
Right.
I really don't care when it comes to them, and I think a lot of people know that, like, it's just like his games be so touchy. I mean, man, like, you might have like maybe 300-400 people at some 12-year-old game.
Yeah, I be seeing.
Yelling, screaming, on the court.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like, like this a video going on now. They got, they got a guy walking up and down the sidelines, heckling him. And, I'm standing off in the rear and I'm trying to smile with a ball in, because I know it's a bigger picture. I know if I react, then, me and my son got the same name, so it's definitely going to affect him.
Right.
So it's like, we ponder with sometimes, or maybe, him just sitting out. That's how bad it is. It's like sometimes we just ponder with maybe, just sit out for a few, and, we look at it then, but he loved to play basketball.
Well, y'all there with that dude, that one that was recent, he was in.
I was there.
Oh, you was there.
But I'm the cool, calm. I actually, we've been through so much so soon with this basketball stuff, so I can proudly say that I done changed a whole lot with how I deal with things, how I deal with people and situations. So I say I was there, and all I could do was just, take them deep breaths. I just don't like to get like that. I don't like nobody to really, I don't really like to allow people to get me like that, because this is only the beginning.
Right.
This is going to continue to happen in many different forms from many different people. So I'm just trying to, within myself, I'm trying to learn how to deal with these type of things and these type of people without getting hostile. So, but I was there. It was crazy. It was crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I never imagined that type of stuff happening, but it's going to happen.
As a grown man, I'm sitting here like, why is he like?
It's real.
Like he was in his feelings about that thing, man.
He was barking at you.
I'm gonna
I
tell
was
you
like,
this,
well, what
about
are you doing? Are you like a grown man, or are you still a child? You're up here
But see, a lot of
riding up
times,
and down the sideline.
I mean, ball go this way, he go that way. I mean,
so what did he tell he was gonna do?
man, this is what it is. Like, his son, they were from Canada, right? And, I can't front, the kid was a great talent. Super talent, can't front, but like, you know, he been this, you know, number one player 4 years. And it's like, bro, you crossed the border, you came here, and you scored twice, and you thought they were going to change something. And all you did is, like, I try to tell people, it was like, you know, like, his demeanor and Armando demeanor a night and day.
Right.
You talking it to him, he gonna talk it back.
He gonna
not gonna shut up. It's to a point I have to be like, King, shut up. And I had to tell him to stop it, you know, but the whole time he doing this thing, he's scoring. And the thing about it, I try to tell him is like, you know, it just be so, it just be a whole lot with him. A lot of times it be just people just going at him. I watch people grab him, pull on him and stuff, and I try to tell him how to deal with it. But then it's like he's 12 too.
Hey, see, that's why I was saying, because AZ, you the same way. You gonna no, we gonna let you off the hook neither. Since over there, exactly, her facial expression gonna be that. You know, when you playing for Hollis Springs, you was that one they feed off of you.
Yeah.
You know that, so I'm like.
But I think it's like me and King are like my dad, and
Okay.
Armando and Mari are more like
Their mama, yep.
Like they're more calm.
Right.
But I think we just react right off jump.
Y'all do, because I saw him, he was like, yeah. I was like, okay. I said, you thought, I said, no, King built different, man.
But I don't expect nothing less from when I'm saying something to him, he talked to me crazy. So I'm like, I don't know.
You don't expect no.
I don't expect him to like just let them talk to him any kind of way. So,
Right.
But like it'd be different if he was talking crazy. They'd be taunting him. So like I don't even like when it be too much. That's when I say something to him.
Yeah.
Man, I love it. You know me. I love the clapbacks.
Yeah.
You know me. I'm like,
I love it too, though.
you bring that
You
smoke
gotta
to me.
have that. You gotta have that dog. You can't. You know, you ain't gonna get too far.
I love it.
with
It's basketball.
See,
It's basketball.
See, it's basketball, but see, that's why I was like that. Joya, like I know she like you see her, she got that face like, all right, you know, okay, I'm gonna sit
I'm
back.
in the cut.
But you in the cut, you be like, all right, but see, she gonna be the one who be like, look, you get that mother here ain't gonna kick in.
Yeah.
You know, so.
I mean, we honestly we've been through a lot. I don't think we've been through it all, but we've been through a lot. As far as like, you know, just people messing with them just cause. It's hard to watch your child go through certain things. And people do certain things to your kids without you reacting.
Right.
But I let him take the slides off, put the sneakers on, and I sit back.
See, I already
You
know
know,
what
I'm
the
a
dope
nurturer.
on.
You know, I'm gonna try to talk to him and guide him through it, and you know, we're gonna take a deep breath and we're gonna walk to the car and we're gonna talk about it. Calm down, everybody, calm down. But
Cause I'm for all the kids, yo. Like,
yeah, definitely.
I'm so confident, man, you know, in my kids and just like, you know, what they're doing, that I'm for all the kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care. Like, I mean, like I always tell people, how can you not like a kid? What's that not to like? And it's like, you know, like, I'm a fan. I don't care the winning team. If our team win or lose, I'm going to shake everybody's hand.
Right.
The kid that did the best, I'm going to give him gap. The one that did the worst, hey, man, keep your head up. It's just a game, man. You got a lot more in these. And I tell the guys, like, when they lose, you know, I say, don't take this the wrong way, but you got a lot more of these in you. And, you know, it's just sometimes the passion, it just boils over with. You know, I just tell him, I say, you know, he goes through a lot. And, you know, a lot of the kids, you know, like, they just don't really know how to handle it. And it's like, I try to tell people, I say, man, you know, he can play basketball and his brother's who he is. A lot of people don't even know they're brothers. People are just really starting to resonate. They be like, Bacot.
That's true.
Yeah.
We'll be playing with people
Wow.
like Bacot. And then, you know, we'll be places and, you know, people walk up to us, like a lot of Carolina alumni, you know, players and stuff. We'll see them at games. They come watch them play. But,
Man, so that's going to my next question. What is the work that y'all put in behind the scenes, man, like as a family? Like this whole success, how to handle that? Because everybody can't handle that success. Like, just give us some details for people that don't know. Because everybody think that they want that success, but when it comes, we're not built to know how to deal with stuff like that.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, so, you know, y'all can kind of, you know, talk
I'd
about
say like when we were young, when me and Mondo, because me and Mondo are only like a few months apart, so like we used to always be in the gym with our dad. Like we'd be at American Family. Like it was a point in time like we would rather just go outside. Like but we in the gym every weekend. Like we go over our dad's house every Saturday, every Sunday. We at American Family working out, and like even going up into like when we got older, like in middle school, we were still going to the gym every weekend. Like as much as we could. Like it'd be times like our dad. Like he would get somebody else, like he would be at work, call up. He get somebody else to come get us, take us to training. Like, we just always was in the gym. And King always in the gym. Like, he don't even, sometimes my dad don't even got to tell him. He'll just go outside by himself. Like, I'll be telling him, like, sometimes he go outside, like, it's cold. He out there shooting in shorts and stuff. I'm like, bro, like, you're going to get sick. But it's just like, him being around it, like, it's just in him. Like, you don't even got to tell him, like, to do it. So I think just, like, when me and Armando, we started young. Like, we was always, like, in the gym, like, with our dad every weekend. Every weekend we was there. So it just fell right back on him. He had no choice but to have it in him.
Parents, y'all got anything to say about that end?
Yeah, I mean, all our kids, turned out real well. And that's a blessing. Let me start by saying that. I'm so proud of all my kids. But behind the scenes, I'm going to make this real quick, but I got to touch on certain points. Like, even with King, right, we deal with, and I just read some of the comments sometimes. You can't even fight the comments. So I just, I'm like, let me get off of here. But as far as King, he's always there, right? And that's why I said in the beginning, I don't know what I would do without Big Mondo, because he is, no matter what, he gonna make sure. Sometimes I don't even know how we get to these places, lad. I mean, it be by the grace of God, cause it ain't cause we got a whole lot of money or nothing like that. And everybody know AAU is very, very expensive.
Yes, Lord.
A lot of kids can't get to these places they need to be, or these camps or whatever, to be successful or to get the exposure. But King is always there. He's everywhere. He's been from the East Coast to the West Coast.
Yeah.
I mean, and shout out to everybody that had something to do with that. But it's been a lot. I mean, financially, it's a lot. Time consuming.
Yes.
Wear and tear on the cars, and we somewhere every weekend. It's a lot. It's a lot that go into the success of the kids. But I say even going to UNC and AZ and her games, and AZ been hurt a lot, but I look at her sometimes sitting in the chair, and I just want to cry, because I know she going through it sometimes. She's just not as healthy as she want to be with her knee. But behind the scenes, it's a lot. It's nothing easy. It's nothing been given to none of them. And that's what I wanted to touch on, because I see in the comments sometimes people say, "Oh, you know how many good kids it is that just can't get to these places." I'm sure of that. But I don't want nobody to feel like, they just don't know, learn. Like, I just thank God when I get there. I'm like, thank you, Lord, because I don't know, sometimes, it's a struggle. Just financially, it's just a lot.
Shout out to the people that be helping us get there.
But yeah, that's what I wanted to speak on. And that's behind the scenes. That's just, it's a lot.
We go places sometimes, man. And we got, gas to get there, eat, and gas to get back, but it's all, it's just really about him and just putting him in the places where he have to be. It's like, I tell people, like, you can be what he is, but you have to also go prove it. Like, we get into California, Texas, Kansas. We done put like 20,000 miles on that car this year to shoot basketball with him. Him between all of them.
Then you come to maintenance.
Bro, like, and I be telling people, I was like, you don't know what go into this. Or like, financially, what's put into this, like what we sacrifice, just so he can get there. And I always tell people, I was like, basketball saved my life. Outside of my kids, basketball saved my life. It gave me a real substance with my kids. It's like, that's our thing. That's what we do. It's like, we walk it, we talk it. And, it's just like, just watching my daughter go through what she go through, it's tough for me, and I was like, because I don't really like, that type of stuff, blood, anything like that. But like just watching her, I hear her sometimes, and she, whimpering, she may not be letting shit, but I know she in pain, and I feel it, and it's like, it's just, just to see your kid like that, man, just the stuff Mondo have been through with his ankles, you never want to see your kid in pain or can't do what they want to do. She wants to play basketball regardless. She wants to play basketball. So, I mean, it's just tough, man.
Man, you got, and see, that's the thing. And that's why I say I respect y'all and I appreciate y'all coming on here today, because for me, y'all always put y'all kids in the best position. Like, AZ, you played at Howard Springs. and those great teams that y'all played on over there in Hollis Springs, and you always get the best. And like you said, then going down to Armando playing at Trinity, you know, and going through what he went through over there and the IMG and so forth, you know. But people don't talk about those sacrifices and stuff, a lot of stuff to go through, and now she's dealing with the injury and stuff like that. And I can imagine, AZ, for you, of just seeing your other peers and stuff like that who down there still playing and stuff like that. But I keep telling people, at the end of the day, the ball is going to stop bouncing Monday.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's going to stop.
Yep.
And you just have to find out what your why is to what you want to do.
Yeah.
And like I said, you already have that set. And that's why I said, and it's just a...
Yeah. I think I finally realized that, though, like, there's more to it than basketball. I think, like, talking to, like, a few people, like, I talked to, like, my brother, and I talked to, like, my friends, and, like, one of the girls, like, I used to look up to that went to Holland Springs, she had the same injury as me, like, her senior year, so it was just, like, just listening to her tell me, like, it's more to it than basketball, and, like, just looking at her life now, Bree Justice, like, you remember that?
I remember her.
So, yeah, we had this, like, I'm really close to her, so, like, she had the same injury as me her senior year at Delaware State. So, like, when I remember, like, seeing her post it, like, I wore number 3 at Holland Springs because of her. Like, she just, like, I was watching Bree from, like, when I was in, like, 7th grade.
She was a dog.
Yeah, so,
too.
like, just seeing her post that, I remember, like, it was right before, like, Time Dispatch tourney, she had posted it. I showed Coach Hanson, I'm like, yo, like, this is crazy. He was like, yeah, like, you gotta check on her, like, she's going through it. So, like, I never knew what that feeling was because, like, in high school, I didn't really have many injuries. Like, I used to have, like, little ankle sprains, but I've never had really injuries till I got to college. So, like, just back to back going through injuries and stuff was a lot for me, especially like me from middle school, like how big my name was out there, and just like my name slowly like going away. Like, that was hard for me, and that's hard for me all the time, just like, but I know it's more to it than basketball for me. Like, I'm known for a lot of things, but like I always wanted to be known for basketball, but it's just more to it in life, and I'm finally accepting that, and I'm fine with that. Like, I'll always be known for playing basketball, being their sister, all this and that, but like, I gotta have something for me also. So that's why I'm just trying to get more into my field and stuff. But I think, like, that was big for me, and that's why I'm always on King, because I'm like, yo, like, I was at your place at that age, like, middle school, I won't rank number 1 in the country, but like, in Virginia, I think I was like 15, 21 of them. I was ranked some in like middle school. Like,
Right.
I used to have my high school coach come to my practices, like middle school, like asking when am I coming, like wanting me to come to workouts. I'm still playing middle school. I'm like, I'm not really worried about high school right now. So it's just like, that's why I always try to tell King, like, you gotta stay focused, take advantage of it now. Like, that's why I don't never want him to slip, because like the position I was in, I literally was projected to go major D1, Division 1. Like, I was looking at it that's another thing, reminiscent every day. Like, I'm looking at the write-up the other day. It was me, Megan Walker, this girl that used to play for Duke. It was a write-up to, I forgot what the place was called. But yeah, it was a write-up. And it was just saying how, like, I was projected to be a high major Division 1 athlete. So, like, I could have still won Division 1 after JUCO. I chose to, like, I was homesick, so I wanted to come home. But, yeah, I could have went that route, but it's just like, I feel like I settled so much, and like looking back on it, I don't never want him to be in that position. That's why I always tell him, like, you gotta take advantage of it now, like, cause every day, like, I think about it, like, dang, like, all my friends, Megan, I was supposed to be where they was at.
Yeah.
So like, that's just hard.
Yeah.
See, it's crazy because I just had Sydney on. Sydney Archie.
Yeah.
I had Sydney here last week, and I was talking to her. She dealt with the same injuries and stuff. Like, I remember you, Sydney, Bird, Megan, and I just remember those days. And I look at y'all like now, and everybody goes their separate ways because of everybody's path is different.
Yeah.
And for me, and I can say this sitting on the other side, I wanted to be able to have a kid to play ball in college.
Yeah.
I didn't get that opportunity. Malik already knew what he wanted to do,
yeah.
you know, but of course, like you said, like your name kind of dissipates and be like, hey man, you know, you're used to your name being here, and then when it's gone, it's gone.
Yeah.
And now you have a different role, and your role, in addition to you going and dealing with your life, your story, your path, where you're going, is to help guide your little brother.
Yeah.
Because he can see everything that you went through. Here's the lows. You look at your brother, here's the highs. So it's like now, King, you just blessed, man.
Yeah.
You just have no idea how blessed you are to have sisters and brothers and your mom and dad in your corner and the extended family that that we know that, like I said, can't name everybody,
Right.
but you have it, man, and you just don't know how blessed you are. Cause some people don't have that.
That's true.
Yeah.
They don't have it.
That's true.
And I know for me, never have an opportunity yet. My son did get to finish college and stuff like that, but I wanted to wear the hat and the t-shirt too.
Yeah.
And I was denied that opportunity. But after over that time, you get over it.
Yeah.
And you get over it. And I tell people, it ain't all cracked up to be.
Right.
But then I had to find out that Malik was talking to his teammate. I mean, for people's like, yo, man, when you get to this level, you don't want to deal with that.
Yeah.
And I didn't know. I said, why you ain't tell me all that? He was like, man.
Nah, for real, it do be a lot of people saying that.
To
but
tell
like,
you that.
at
It
that
ain't all
point,
cracked up to be.
Yeah,
It's a
I just was
job.
on something
It's a
like,
job.
But you
yeah,
ain't getting paid for what you
Yeah.
want to get paid for.
you ain't getting paid what you
Right.
should be getting paid. Like you got people like I never paid it any mind like in high school when people like you don't want to do that. I remember it was Jaden. Jaden told me like running in college is crazy. I'm like whatever. Like
Right.
I'm thinking like it's the same thing. I get to my freshman year. We get to the track at 5. This what really threw me. It's the waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. Like we at the track at 5 in the morning. And like in college, you set on mile times. Like guards is like 6:30, post is 7:20. And at that time, I was a guard, so I'm like a 6:30 mile. Like the mile was 7:20, so it was either like I had to get in shape or I just wouldn't be starting. So like. I think I got hurt. I had got a concussion. So I've just been going through injuries my whole college career. So it's just like I got a concussion. And like when we first came to school, like my coach, Latanya Collins, she's from right here. I think you know Chris Collins.
Chris Collins,
his mom.
USC.
So like I get down there, I'm doing good, get hurt. So she got to put somebody else in my position. So as soon as somebody else put my spot, she doing better. Like I'm like, when am I gonna get in the game? She like, you gotta show me like you gotta get back in shape. So like, it was one game the girl got hurt, and I still wasn't in the best of shape. But we was playing like the top 10 ranked JUCO. Like they had like girls committed to West Virginia, all that. So like the girl get hurt, I gotta go in the game, and like I like stepped up so big, and she was just like that's crazy. Like I was so out of shape, but like I was still hustling, and like the West Virginia coach was there, so like that was big. Like it was a lot of coaches like JUCO, like a lot of coaches used to like look at me, like, and I never knew, because I'm like, this is JUCO, like, they gonna contact her. I never thought, like, they was in the crowds or anything, so, like, you just never know who watching, and that's what I always tell them, you never know who watching.
I tell them, there's so many ways, and I tell people, like, you know, kids, parents be like, man, can you talk to my kid or give us some advice? And, you know, I just tell people, I say, man, that window real small, and they be like, what you mean? I say, that window to the NBA. And I try to explain to people that, you know, like, you know, you look at like the season, you know, that my son had, you know, his freshman year, what he had, 9 double-doubles out of 11 games before he got hurt. You know, that's the first round, you know, 5 years ago, you know, his sophomore year, same thing junior year. I say, you know, 5 years ago, he'd been a lottery pick. I say, but the game has changed.
It changed.
You got to evolve with it.
2 to 3 years, it always changed.
I say, so I tell people, I say, you know, it's more doctors, lawyers, coaches, managers, agents, physicians, you know, assistant coaches, general managers, owners, than it is NBA players in this gym. And people look at me like I'm crazy. And I was like, you know, I say the window's small, and I was like, you know, preparation for that stuff. You know, a lot of people, I'm not gonna say start late, but it's something like, you know, like I look at like Mondo. I think we seen Mondo at home 4 or 5 times this year.
Yeah,
Probably like that's
4.
it. And you know, the relationship, you know, I have with all my kids. It's like that's what we do. You know, like, you know, he's here 2-3 days. You know, he go to his mom. You know, all it's like we just were really close. And you know, he went away to IMG. And, you know, that was kind of different, but, you know, it felt different, but I'm like, all right, well, you know, North Carolina's a lot closer. You know, he went to North Carolina, and it's like, you know, you get there and you buy into the system, and, you know, that's what it is. You know, it's like, you know, like, he comes when he can come, but he's dedicated to his craft, you know, And I always tell people, I was like, just to focus. Like, people say, could you play? I say, yeah, I could play, but not like that. I say, because I didn't nowhere near could put the focus, the work that they put into it. Like, man, I couldn't imagine being in school all day at my age. We were coming up and going and stay in the gym another 3 hours.
Yeah.
Like, what?
None of that stuff going on.
It's not practice. It's not practice.
Our gym was just playing.
Yeah.
We won't no trainers, won't none of that stuff. We didn't have access to no gym. Shit, we barely had a place to go play ball when it was cold.
Right.
So, these kids, they got it made, bro.
I look at him like with the videos, like I tell them, all the time, I say, man, like slam, to have slam shooting you at such a young age, what is it, what's the other one, slam, ball is like, T3, TV, in hoops, in the gym hoops, Hoop City. A lot of people, kind of like dream of having these people shoot them, and they shoot them. Like they come and they shoot them, and he give them something to shoot, and that's what I tell people. I say, man, they really want something to shoot, and he goes out there, he performs, and he does it well, and like we talking to him now about like his body language, stuff like that, and I always tell him, I say, bro, I was never a pro, but I'm trying to prepare you to be one.
Yes.
And it's like, that's the stuff I always tell him. I was like, your body language. I say, people will pick you apart. When he can play basketball, now let's pick him apart other ways. Like Isaiah Todd mom, she reached out to us she reached out to my wife a few weeks ago, and she said, stop it. And she was saying like, stop,
Just protect. You just want to protect because it's so much. At this point now, when we go places, we get this. We're gonna get that reaction. Then we're gonna get the good reaction. Then we're gonna get, that people coming up to us. They want to know how. They want advice. But
you take pictures. I mean, it'd be crazy like to see, people asking for an autograph.
yeah,
Like every tournament, he takes at least 10 to 12 pictures, and I just sit back.
Man, I was saying.
But like he's a favorite, man. He's a favorite, and he get a lot of love, a lot of respect. But I just think their class, we'll be at a camp, and all the other classes are throwing it off the backboard at each other. They're having a good time. Their class, no, ain't none of that. Ain't none of that. Ain't no open layups. None of that. It's none of that because they're competing. I've never seen a class of kids that are so competitive. I mean, like from the time the ball go up to the part, and I never seen a class of kids that can play basketball the way they do. I mean, it's other classes that can play. I'm not gonna say that. 2027, 2028, great classes. But I'm just saying their class is so competitive, man. I mean, you have the matchups, with the guys that match up, like, they match up against each other, and they go at each other. And it's just like, just being there. I just say just being their dad. And I tell people it's something, I've been praying for like 20 years. My wife right here, she'll tell you every night before I go to bed, I'm praying for their success, praying for, just like injury free. I'm just always praying and like, just pouring into them. Like, if you know me, like I'm gonna get on them. I get in my kids and I tell them, exactly how I feel. Like if you play bad, I say, you look ridiculous. And I tell them that because I tell them, you got to tell your kid that this is what you want to do. You can't let him think he played good and he looked bad. So I tell him, you look ridiculous. But I also build it back up in the next sentence and say, look, but this is what you got to do, and this is what I saw, and this is what we can do to fix it. And I just, it's just like...
Yeah, because them cuss outs were on. Them long roads, them long drives home, get cussed out the whole...
I don't play no games.
Oh my God. Look at him.
I play no games about basketball. None. I play a lot of games, but when you play with school and basketball...
I was going to put him on the spot, but I ain't going to do that, kid. I was going to say, what would your reaction be when you be getting laid off the car, man? Like...
Man, I be wrecked out.
I know you. Look, he can't get a word out.
He don't even say that. He just sit there and look at you.
I remember the times coming down the road with Armando. He used to get it the same way. And I'm like, boy.
I remember one time Doe said, man, you tall. You gonna have to get it out. You gonna look stupid to sit up there working tall at Target.
Right.
He was like,
you said,
you ain't gonna make work at Target, so you gonna have to make it.
Yeah, I said, you can't be 6'9". I tell all the kids, it's like, man, like, you can't be 6'9" and work at Target. People gonna always ask you, She played
Well, you
basketball.
play basketball, right? You do that though.
Yeah, but man, you know,
Like, man, you tall. Why you in here worried?
it's just really a blessing, man. Just watching it all come together, man. It's her father, and I, just telling people like, young, she had it first. Like, she had it first. Like, she had the popularity first, and she was playing good 1st. And I just always knew, like at some point, it was gonna come together for Mondo. Because I tell people, I said, when you look at the kid feet, when he 14 and he wearing 15,
Yeah.
it's just waiting on the rest of his body to catch up.
with
To catch up with it. And when it all caught up, it was dangerous.
Yeah, because every time I look at King, I said, man, every time he just growing and growing, man.
12 and a half.
Oh my God. Well, you can have some of my shoes. I got shoes that I don't even wear. Well, yeah, look, King, let me ask you this question. Is it true that you want to be the #1 pick in the NBA draft in 2029?
Yeah. It's like, how can I not? Like, all the stuff I done did, that's what I want.
No, but you
All
won't.
the basketball stuff I done done, all the winning, all the losing, all the stuff I done been through. That's what I work for. That's not really, I don't go and just do it just to play. That's what I do it for. For the long run.
Yeah, so so basically what you're telling me is you gonna be the NBA playing against your brother.
Yeah, that's real.
How, explain it. That'll be crazy, right?
That is.
For all y'all.
Huh?
Y'all think
You
about
think
that? Do you think about that?
Listen,
Cause I be forgetting King, like it's just like they so spaced out.
It's spaced
Right.
out, but think
But I
about
think
it.
it's gonna happen like that.
Yeah, because big men, they last in the league a lot longer than guards.
Yeah.
So somebody like Mondo gonna always have a job
Yeah.
in the NBA regardless, because you gonna always need somebody to rebound the block.
Right.
Big brother gonna be there waiting on you.
Right.
They
Can
gonna
you
be playing
imagine that?
together, playing against each other.
So let me ask you this question. I saw this on LeBron shop the other day.
Yeah.
King, if you're in the NBA and big brother standing in the lane and you got a chance to go dunk on your brother, are you gonna do it?
Yeah.
no question.
Right.
Do 'em dirty.
Cause he gonna talk. If he block it, he gonna talk. So
So you gotta make it happen.
I gotta dunk on him. Yeah.
What y'all reaction gonna be to that?
It's gonna happen.
That's gonna be
I
crazy.
think they talk. I'm gonna tell you,
That's
you talk
what I
about
want.
to
That's
No,
what
what you
I
want?
wanna do.
See that what
I
I'm saying?
wanna
But like Mondo, he's so like when he be talking junk to King like now, he just like Mondo like he just man like go ahead like
laid
like,
back.
he just so laid back with it. So like saying that to King is gonna really make King
Turn
wanna
him up.
yeah.
Yeah, because Mondo be a savage on the low. He be doing his stuff.
I wanna dunk on him.
You just gotta really push Mondo to that point because he's just too calm
He do.
and too nonchalant. So
He do.
I don't
He
know,
be
but that would
so.
be crazy.
Yeah.
That would be crazy, man. If that happened, I'm telling you right now, the internet gonna
That's
be
the
this
first
gone.
poster. That's the first
Wow.
poster going on my wall.
Oh, you hear that, big bro? I hope you see this. You gonna see this, man. That is crazy. I can't wait. But I'm telling you, man, it be some LeVar Ball type stuff going over. Look, Joey, let me ask you a question.
Yeah, that's what he call himself.
That's why I already asked you. So when that happened, you think Big Doug gonna get his LeVar Ball on when that happened? Had 2 kids.
Yeah, definitely.
I ain't gonna get asked him.
The ball.
I'm gonna wear it better though. I'm gonna wear it
Ball
better. I'm
family.
gonna wear it way better than him.
We're gonna do it. Yeah, we're gonna
Way better than him. I mean, not to say he did it wrong because,
Right.
like you said, them is kids.
Oh, I have no problem
Them
with
is
kids.
kids. It's
No problem.
It's
I
just
think
that
that's-
People be hating, and I be like, I be defending this man. I said, man, I said 3 kids?
Yeah.
Man, y'all crazy.
Right.
I ain't got no problem with LeVar Ball, dude. You hear it from me first.
Yeah.
I ain't got no problem. I'm talking right to the camera. No problem with me, Mr. Ball. You good in my
Yeah,
book.
that's right.
It's like I tell people all the time, like I was telling my dad today, I say, I'm gonna talk my shit. I say when it come to my kids, not so much with Mondo because, Mondo is so like in charge of his car. It ain't
Right.
funny.
Yeah.
Like I get to, he say, Dad, he'll hit me. You better take that down right now. Like I tell people, I say, Mondo run that car. Like Mondo's in charge.
Yeah, he does.
He does well. Now him on the other end, like the dads, we're so competitive, it's like the dads too. And it's like, like they'll post something, and we post something.
Right.
It don't be
Oh,
like
you love it.
I love it. I love it because I tell people, I say, I'm gonna talk to you until
what
you
are
shut me
doing?
up.
I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
He like,
Oh man, I love
he
it.
on the phone like,
Yeah,
he
my
had to write
turn.
one down. I'm like,
Right.
Lord.
See?
Let's go.
Know what I'm saying?
Because he gonna back it up, man. It's not, and I tell people, I
That's
say
true.
it's something different. Man, King show up, and it's like, you know, I ain't talking like 30. He can go out there and give you 30, but he gonna go out there. He gonna give you 9 assists, 10 rebounds.
He's very well rounded. His game is so well rounded. I saw that when he was like in the 4th grade. I was like, when we came to the game, me and Malik, and Malik was like, man, he just can play all 5 positions, and he can. And I don't think he get enough credit for the way he passed the ball.
Right.
Like his court vision, like he get the ball and he getting the ball out of his hands quickly.
Right.
And I don't understand how people don't talk about that.
I know.
Man, we played with a team out of Dallas, right? Shout out to Coach DJ. And he brought pretty much like the top players in the class to one team. So you can imagine, you know, what that's like. You know, you got a lot of egos, you know, and they kind of do. You know, these kids can play. And, you know, King kind of like, his game kind of took a back seat to the team. And, you know, it was frustrating for him. It got to be a little frustrating for me. And I had to remind myself, sometimes I had to remind myself what's going on. Like, man, he's playing, you know, something different.
Because they were.
Yeah, and it's like he got out there. Yeah.
They weren't. I
Yeah.
play team ball. I'm gonna get everybody involved.
Yep, you do.
Before I want to, really how I play. Before I shoot, I want everybody to touch the ball.
You do. That's
But
that.
like over there,
And his coach.
they were looking for a lot of shots and videos and cameras. I just be trying to win. They over there. I'm like, bro,
Yeah.
y'all want to win? Like
Right.
we lost to one team. And that hurt me bad because we were supposed to blow them out by 50. But we lost, and that just, national
Yeah.
we lost.
Team we had beat twice.
Oh god, that
Yeah, it's like, you know.
See, I can see
they
it.
were not, no disrespect, they were not good at all. They just didn't have what we had.
But see,
We had number
this is the thing
one,
too.
number
Like
two,
King,
number
like the
four,
team King
five,
played with,
six.
they didn't practice. It's like, you know, you got a kid from California, maybe a kid from Texas, Detroit, and you know, all these kids coming together, and like I think sometimes the parents, we didn't give them enough credit. Like, man, they just showing up. They play basketball here this way, there that way. But his coach said on a live, and his coach said, you know, like King took a back seat. He was like, man, King can do everything. He was like, but King took a back seat to win. You know, he said, I watched King go out for years, you know, push it, Final Four, don't get over the hump. And he was like, you know, I just wanted to see the young man get over the hump. And, you know, just to speak of his team here, you know, like, shout out Coach Chris, you know, Fear Elite. And, you know, I say just with him, you know, like, I know at the end of the day, like, he cared about my son. You know, he cared about my son. You know, my son started with him. And, you know, just like, you know, like when King would play, it's like he would get on the court, and every time he get better every time he played. So just watching his development, I'm talking about every time he get on the court, he gets better. And the coach just gave him so much strength, and he just got better. And, you know, he runs the offense, and, you know, he's good at it. And like we kind of set, you know, he's point guard. If he's not playing point guard, then we got to do something different. That's to everybody. Like, you know, he's a point guard. Like, you know, this is what we work on. This is what we practice for. And if, you know, like, you know, if people got any objectives or got any ideas of moving my son to anything else, then, you know, we prepared to do something different.
And that was my next question. So you answered that. That was I will ask you what would be
Definitely.
his natural position.
Well, he's a point guard. He, you know, the thing about it, like, Mondo, from the, I wanted him to play guard. Mondo put the ball in his left hand. He writes with his right hand. Mondo put the ball in his left hand. And, you know, he shoots with the left hand, and Mondo said, you know, point guard. He pushes so much that, you know, I adapted to it, and he just played like it. It's crazy.
Yeah, I thought I do everything else with my right hand, but play basketball.
Wow.
Football, right. Baseball, right. Golf ball, right.
Golf.
Everything.
That's another thing I wish we would let him do. We wish we would let him play football now. Like, we go places, and we wish we would have, like, now I kind of wish, you know, like, we would have let him play football.
I had that regret too.
I had to play golf.
I definitely had that regret.
like so many people be like, man, that boy need to be on the football field. So I'll be watching him out there with his friends, and I'd be like, man, then like what's my man, coach for Verona, me and him was
Coach Louis Marcus.
Yeah, me and Marcus was like, we was going to Kentucky. We was riding to Kentucky, 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm just going back and forth through text, and he almost had me. He was like, man, he play quarterback, and he almost had me.
Because he
and
was
I had,
not letting him play.
and I had to snap out of it.
Wow.
Like, nah. Marcus almost had me. He almost had me.
He was like, if you play football, you're playing quarterback. You're not playing wide. I wanted to play wide receiver. He said, no, you're playing. If I do let you play football, you're going to play
Quarterback. And see, that's the thing now. We coming up in this generation, we stick to one sport because it's a brand now. Everything's a brand. Back when we came up, man, you played baseball season. It wasn't no AAU, or it was on a smaller level.
It was,
fall, it's basketball, football, basketball, baseball. And then you start over again in cycles. But now you don't want these kids to get hurt because then that kind of ruins like the ranking and everything, like if he ain't playing. So
And they play year round.
they play year round now. Football starting to be like year round now. So, but yeah, I ask you this question. I want to go to basketball as far as like the middle school, the upcoming season. Manchester, I know, like, what is it going to be like that first game, man? Like,
well, that's going to be special.
yeah.
I mean,
Because, everybody waiting to actually
yeah,
see you
all the coaches,
now. Now is really
all the
exciting.
teachers be talking about, because, like, they have girls' games. Those games be packed. But, like, they be like, just because you here, like, those games packed, the games y'all have at Manchester, because we don't have, like, a big gym. They, like, you gonna have people standing up on the sidelines. And I'm like, that's a lot of pressure.
Is y'all gym still little?
It's not.
It's the new
still-
gym.
I was gonna say, didn't y'all get a new
We
school?
got
Yeah,
like
new school,
the gyms
yeah.
are big. It's big. It's just they don't have like the bleachers. The bleachers are.
Oh, okay.
Bleachers.
Yeah, I haven't been in the new gym. I haven't been in that gym since Megan played.
Yeah, obviously I ain't been there since Megan done played.
Yeah, that was a while ago. So, yeah,
You
you
got the teachers walking around talking about, oh, you playing for the team. Like I had like 7 teachers today walk up to me, you playing for the basketball team. I'm like, yeah.
They put it for them too. It's crazy. Like, everybody at the school, just the reaction, from everybody at the school. I talked to the principal a few times, and he just was like, we're really pulling for King. We had been hearing he was coming here. And, just really just congratulating us on our success and just asking me, just how do we do it? I tell people a lot of praying. I say,
yeah, it's a lot of balance,
praying,
man.
a lot of praying, man. Dark, it'd be some dark hours. You just be like, and you just feel like you're going the wrong way no matter what. You just gotta, keep your feet forward and just continue to keep your head down and work hard. And that's the main thing. We stressed that to him, like, man, just being humble. And it's like, I know he's 12, and I'm gonna say this on camera, like, I know he's 12, I'm hard on him, but I'm just trying to prepare you. Like, I ain't trying to change you. I'm just trying to prepare you, give you some game, you know what I'm saying, the way you're going and, what's out there for you, you know what I'm saying? It's like, out of everybody, like, you the one, King.
Man, I'm gonna tell you what I saw today that I love. And I appreciate you saying that. That's some real stuff, dude. To say that on camera like that, because a lot of people don't want to be transparent, in regards to their kids, and they don't really know. But what I like when I saw Joy on your story today, how y'all, I was asking y'all the balance of how, like, I think King, you was asleep, and I think they was putting stuff on your face when you was asleep, and then like was
too much.
like.
Dang, that was a good idea.
And then like like the Halloween stuff, man, like you was standing there and a thing jumped out at you. See, people don't understand. It's like it's a balance, and it's like you think you see it's basketball, but then you see the real side of the family. They have fun.
Yeah.
Y'all scaring you. Like somebody came in. Who was the old lady? Was that you?
No. But y'all might. I gotta get somebody else this year. I don't know who yet. But,
Yeah, the old lady picture when she came in there and King ran.
We do a lot of playing.
yeah, cause see,
Say?
you gotta,
We do a lot of playing.
you gotta keep it exciting. Like,
They do a lot of
I
playing.
play with the kids. Like I think they think I'm their friend. especially this one. And I hope she don't want to play basketball.
I don't think so.
I think she's gonna play basketball.
You think so?
I think she's gonna play basketball.
Armando.
Really?
Yeah.
All she talks about
Yeah,
is
that's
basketball.
How you think
I'm praying.
Any other.
I'm praying. Like I'm so.
See, I think she run.
But
the
I
house.
think she
Yeah,
definitely.
she run the house.
I think she gonna play another sport too, but I think she is gonna play basketball. But she definitely gonna
I
play
want
another
to play
sport.
tennis, yo.
Why? How y'all gonna deal with that? If another one come,
I can't even do
if
it
you-
no more.
man, I'm tell you, man,
Nah.
But she worse than me though. Like she's
Really?
so feisty. Like right now, she only 4, so like she
Yeah.
definitely nobody gonna touch her.
Listen, but you said it right though, like 5 minutes ago. We got the family stuff going on, the fun stuff, the basketball. It's like
It's never.
I'd be like, we need a camera set up in that corner, that corner. We tripping.
y'all need to have a reality show
Nah,
for
for
us.
real.
No.
It's crazy.
We
Like,
are
that's all.
fun.
This one?
She
She's
talks
hilarious.
a lot.
Yeah.
She's the funniest person I know. Like when I mean
She
funny,
talks,
she's the
talks.
funniest person. If you ever like, if you was like one of the people that's always around us, you would probably have the
We'll be
hiccups
idiot.
all the time.
We
Because
say
I
She
got
is
there.
hilarious, yo.
She
I was
is the
praying she
funniest
went to.
person.
I was so glad she went to sleep, cause she has been rapping and everything on.
But we
Oh,
fun.
really?
Yes.
We fun though, like.
Oh, I
We
can
like to
tell
have
that.
fun. Let me tell you, if
You gotta
anything,
balance it.
we play with each other, all us. But I think we think about trying him. See, he don't really play too many
Well,
games.
I say that you learn what you were just saying too. Like another thing is I say with my kids, I teach confidence. I preach it. You know, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like I preach confidence. You know, like I'm a good motivator. I motivate my kids. You know, and it's like we put this work in. You know, I gotta hold each other. You tell me you want to go to WNBA. You tell me you want to go to NBA. Well, the whole playing field changes now. Like we not just. It's a lot serious because. I always tell people, it's like, man, a lot of money going to this stuff, or a lot of money going to it. Just the trainings and just the traveling and just making sure they're comfortable. Because I tell people, like, if you watch these kids, like, these kids run up and down the floor in $300-$400 sneakers.
Right.
Playing basketball, now the Kobe's $1,000.
Right.
So that's how serious it is for these kids. And I just always preach confidence. I've always preached confidence in my kids. Like, I think that's why his mentality is the way it is. Like, 7th, 8th grade, 9th grade, he don't care. He gonna compete, he gonna play. You're not gonna push him around. He gonna push you back. And it's like, that's the part, like kind of like, when it boiled over the emotion, I just be trying to control your emotions, bro. I have a hard time with that too, but, I just preach confidence to all my kids, man. That's something I've always done. I just reassure them, before Armando game, every game, I hit them up. Boom, boom, boom. Before every, the start of every season, we set our goals. Like, this is what we're trying to accomplish. Like, this year, of course, we're trying to retire 5. So, we set our goals up, and that's how we always done. All my kids, we set our goals up at the beginning of the year, beginning of the season, and we knock them down, and the ones we don't knock down, we knock them down the next year. But it's all about, just setting goals, and putting your best foot forward to do it. Like, with Mondo and Azhane, basketball stuff, it was on the fly. We ain't know nothing, we learning. But the whole time I'm taking mental pictures and I'm watching how certain people can manipulate situations and do this and do that. But it's just been a blessing, man. Like I tell people, I'm an open book. I'm very approachable. If you have a question, if you need to know something, if you need some advice, like I don't know everything, but you best believe I can go on my phone and call somebody to do. So, I just try to always say it's a blessing for me, to be a father, to so many, super athletic kids. So I just feel like I always got to give back, to people if they ask me, especially, if, like how they say, if your hand called for it, I got, I'm not going to be giving all information, but I'm going to give it to a person, the kid called for it,
So then, so let me ask y'all this: the hate. Let's get to the talk about the hating. Do y'all get more hate from your own city, or do you get more hate from when y'all out on the
We get
road?
more love from this city.
Okay.
nothing but love.
Okay.
And then from the other cities, it's a lot of hate.
Okay.
A lot of hate. Especially the cities that's not like, no.
Like we'll go to some places, man, and like,
not like,
they just don't be for it. It's like, and a lot of times people don't want to end up on his video. And
So
man,
they
when I say that, a lot of people just say they refuse. Like I told King one day, I said, King, he's not going to be on your video. He's showing you like.
That's an advantage for him.
Yeah, he's not.
That's a clear advantage. You know that, don't you?
Bro.
Every time down you follow me, just so you don't gotta get on camera, you shoot. You know, get some camera. At least you don't get your face on camera. You don't get some fame.
Like, I mean, just his confidence level, man. Like, you know, like he don't let people speed him up. Like, don't nobody speed him up. Like, you'll watch him play. And a gentleman brought that to me last year. He said, bro, I've been watching this boy play for 3 years. He said, I've never seen one person speed him up. And I always tell them, I said, you got to control it. I said, you got to control the tempo of the game. I said, you got the ball in your hands. I said, you run when it's feasible for your team to run. And you hold it when you're supposed to. Like, he'll take and get the ball out to everybody. The last 3 minutes of that game, if we up 7, if we down, he got that joint. He going to make the best decisions with it. If you open, he going to get it to you. You know, if he got the bucket, he going to make it. Like, we've been working a lot on this jump shot look real good.
Yeah, I've seen him at the camp over there in the corner when you was playing with Caleb and RJ and them and Laney. I was like, I wish I could have been over there a little more.
We was throwing alleys and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, I kept hearing everybody over there end of the court. I was like, man, I wanted to get over there and see, because I kept seeing you making them long distance shots. I was like, King, I said, King's shot look good, man.
That was a great experience, that camp too, man.
Yeah, we had some fun at that camp.
That made me feel real good. You know, that's another thing. You know, just Mondo, just with the camp. You know, like, just being his father. Just being there and just being able to just take part in something like that. It's a different feeling. And I just watching him just make the right decisions at the right time. And, just how you do things. It's just, it makes me feel good as his father. Like, we raised him right, And, like, I give a lot of credit, to his mom. Certain things she was good at, certain things I was good at. But we were good teammates, to get our kids to, where they wanted to go. Still working together on it, because the job ain't done. We got to get across this stage in, I think, July,
Yeah, that's a great balance too, man. To be able to have that, because a lot of times people can't do that. Have balance with co-parenting, man. So that is just great on that.
Yeah. She hold me accountable.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Take that down right now.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Hey man, sometimes you got to do that. You know. It's like now we're in this space, and even when I do this podcast, I have to sometimes second guess myself when I have to. Because I be wanting to go in.
You should go in.
Oh, trust me. Oh, yeah. Listen,
And
me.
that's what they say about the haters. What would we be without the haters?
Exactly.
Oh, I love it.
You can't stop.
I love it.
I know.
Cause man, listen, y'all look. Y'all know how I do. See, I be telling people, hey.
I'm trying to. Okay, so let me start by saying the basketball world. But look, I'm not gonna be long. But it's so amazing how you go to these when you're in the basketball world, it's its own world. So,
Right.
You know how many times we had people say, y'all going all the way to where? I wouldn't be going all the way I wouldn't be going all the way there. And I'm like, I understand that, but we doing this for different reasons. But
everybody always see what they wouldn't do.
But
they wouldn't do. They would do it if they would.
They would do it in a heartbeat. They always sit up here saying that shit.
Like, you're saying you wouldn't do it. You would do it if you had.
I know.
Right.
Like, people that don't like the rankings, their kids, are not ranked.
Right.
So of course they got a problem with it. And like, the guy that was hacking.
There you go, that part.
That
That part right there.
Now I would say some of the rankings aren't right. Some people should be ranked higher, but you ask me.
Like the guy, I'll say like the guy that was hacking it, right?
The top 3 players are the top 3 players.
Right.
There's no players that are really. The top 5 players are the best top 5 players. The rankings aren't all the way off. Like, if you're mad about it, so what? It's rankings. It's a post on Instagram.
But the people who ain't mad, the people that are mad about it, the people that don't even have nothing to do with it.
That's for real. Like, I get right now too sometimes.
Bro.
But see, that's the thing. The people who, it ain't the people, the other, like, the competitors, like, it's like the other 4 kids. It's always the people that ain't got nothing to do with it, that ain't never played no ball.
The joke gets so deep, like people be saying, like, King of reclass. I say, a reclass? I say, I don't know what, elementary school. The reclass kids, anywhere. I know, especially in Virginia. And it just be stuff like that, no matter what. Like, if he climb a mountain, it's like always somebody there to say something. to try to like, nick at his armor. And I'll never forget Mondo was telling me one day, he said, Dad, you can't fight them comments.
No, and Mondo don't. Mondo will not respond at all. He don't.
I don't even look
I
at
love
him.
her.
Yeah, it
You
is
gotta be
blunt.
like that.
Yeah, because you can't do that. And I have to learn how to do that too. Because I'll be like, because people will say stuff and I'll be like,
It's hard.
it's harder to say something.
It
It really
and
is.
that's the thing with King. It was this guy. He said, "Rule number one in AAU, you just don't talk about nobody. You just don't do
No,
that."
you don't. You don't.
But
don't.
I'm telling you, like
No.
the hate. I mean, it's just nothing you can do. It will continue to come. It will continue to knock on your door. That's why I said I'm trying to learn how to deal with that type of stuff.
We
But,
just signed up for class.
Yeah, I know, right?
I ain't
Let
good
me
at
tell you,
it.
the hate bounce
I ain't
off
good at that.
King,
Different.
AZ, it bounce off of everybody, and then it even come off and it knock right on my door sometimes.
And they kids, man.
Yeah,
It's like,
somebody got
I'm
to balance
telling
it.
you,
they
yeah,
kids, man.
it's real though.
I mean,
It's
it'd be
real.
so real, and it'd be like, like I even say the guy that was hacking the King. So the next day, I will say this, the next day we got there, and he was there, and he was waiting on me. So when I see him, I said, oh, he must want some work. So I'm thinking, he want me to, put my hands on him or something, which I wasn't going to do. But he walked up to me, and he apologized to me, and he, told me why he was doing it and things like that. And I was like, bro, I said, man, you going about it the wrong way. So I said, give me your number. I gave him my number. We exchanged numbers, but the video hadn't came out yet. So I said, listen, bro, like I'll tell you, where you got to be to get what you want.
Only thing I didn't like about that is how, like, you're doing that. I feel like you did that just so I couldn't shine. So
Right.
your son shine. Then the next day you want to apologize. Like, thank you for apologizing.
You mean like motivation?
Come on, bro. No, I'm
Oh,
just
maybe
saying,
he was just trying to get
you're
on the
doing
camera
that
or
just
something.
so I cannot shine. So
Oh.
your son can go out and shine.
If you listen to him, he going up there, he said, you're not my number one. You're not my
It's
number
just
one. So I'm
like,
standing
that's
back
what I'm
like,
saying.
yo, what's
I'm
this
like,
dude for real?
You're doing this for
Right.
what? Just to go the next day to apologize?
No, but what happened? Let me tell y'all what
And
happened.
then you
I know
doing
what
that just so I
happened.
can't shine. That's how
He did what he felt he wanted to do. He did it. But I think what happened, Larry, is other people talked to him and told him why he should apologize. So that's what happened with it. I don't think he
I
did
know,
it.
but I'm saying still.
Yeah, and I mean it's gonna happen,
You did that for what?
I mean, because
So
like,
I couldn't shine? You're
So-
walking up down talk to a child.
so
How
when he
you
was
don't know
trying to
how
break
I
him or
could've
something,
said
I'm
that.
like, yo, what he was trying to break him?
Right.
What you
That's
trying
what
to
I'm
break him
saying.
down?
So yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
So
When
I
the
can't
King
shine.
reacted differently, his
Different.
reaction wouldn't have been like that.
What if I would have went over there and I would have punched you or punched your son or something?
Or what if
I
you would have been on the
can't-
court and you
what if I
broke down and
would've-
started crying?
Yeah,
Anything,
that's
right?
different.
Right.
I'm not.
So many people like from here, like message me about that, and like when the next time you play, like when the next time you play, and just people just saying like, man, like I wouldn't go for that and stuff like that. And I'm gonna say this to Larry, like a lot of times, I'll be out and it'd be just guys I went to school with and knowing coming up, and these people may have never spoken to me a day in their life. And I'm not gonna say we had any issues, but how it used to be for us. We were young, and these guys walk up to me, man, and shake my hand and say, yo, I just think you're doing a great job with your kids, bro. You know what I'm saying? And they talk and they ask me questions, and I tell them, I was like, man, your kid is like your biggest and best investment you're gonna ever make. I say, man, like your kid's success is a part of yours, and it's like I always say, what's the use of you having $1 billion, but your kids, didn't do anything they were supposed to do? Yo, we got a gift for you too, man. Get your gift.
Oh man, I get a gift. I'm normally the one giving out the
You
gifts,
know
man.
what?
But dog, man, I like I said, I thank y'all, man, because people need to hear this stuff, and it's not like that we have like #1 players around this area. You can go to certain things, man. Oh man, look, I appreciate this, man. Look,
Thank you. How we
man, look, man, thank you, man. Look, I love it, man. I love it. I get to pull this out.
Whenever.
Okay, yeah. Look.
King's Core Collection.
Hey, but matter of fact, let's go into that real quick. That's the last part. Cause I did want somebody to ask y'all. All right, talk about the King's Court collection. Cause let me tell you, cause I told you at the camp, the shorts. My God, like the most comfortable pair of shorts I ever worn. Like I was like, well, where do you get them? Like who made them? Cause like me and Malik, when we in the house,
Yeah.
that's all we wearing.
Yeah.
It's like every day it was like, man, them shorts are so comfortable.
Yes.
Like, please talk about that, man. Promote that. If y'all ain't got a pair of Kings collection, I'm trying to tell you.
Right.
Hey,
King's Court.
Yeah.
We just thought that it would be a good idea for him to do that. I mean, along like you said, like it's other things to this than basketball. So he liked to dress nice, and he liked to, I say, put his little drip on, and he do it well. So we was like, dang, King, with all the fashion and swag you got and all the kids that kind of look up to you, I think it'd be a good idea to do that. I mean, on the court, and
Smart,
we came up with King's Court collection because we want all the boys to feel like a king on the court. So we think the clothing line and the gear, that was the purpose for it, to make you feel special when you put it on, and so, to feel like the king when you're on the court. I got to get the girls line coming soon, but it was a trial. We tried it out, and it turned out pretty well. So
it seemed like it be going well to me.
We got the socks, the shorts,
All that stuff are made
jerseys.
with the same materials that Nike's made with. Our socks,
Man.
their elite socks, same material, same everything. We kind of graded most of our stuff off of what Nike did. So when we ordered, just the process of getting everything together, it was a strenuous process, but we got it done. Like we made a few mistakes here and there, but I say for the most part, what we're doing now, as far as like, just ordering and, the pieces you get and stuff like that.
Man, I love it. See, today I'm rocking the AZ shirt.
Yeah.
I'm repping today.
Yeah, repping the brand.
I told him, I said, she said, yeah. I said, yeah, I got you covered. So that way to make you feel good today when you walk in here. Because you never see me wear the shirt.
That's right.
Nah, you sent it to me one time, but
Yeah.
I didn't like see you in person with it.
That's how I do. I told you,
Yeah,
that's how I do.
that's right.
I'm a rep. Yeah.
I want to thank you too, Larry. Always supporting the family, man. You always supported us, man. So I want to thank you for that too, bro.
Yeah.
No, man, I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all don't know the love. See, I tell people it's genuine, man. Sometimes y'all be easing me up. Y'all be trying to, y'all want to see me go left, right? y'all be want to see me. And I'll be like, it just happened naturally, man. I don't be trying to do that, man, but I do. But for real, I love y'all, man. Y'all always show me love and everything. I tell people, I was talking to Jay Bird earlier today, man. I was like, man, I said I don't vibe with too many people, and I think people think I'm kind of like, man, you don't mess with nobody. I don't, because
You can't.
I see right through people. So if I see you and I don't mess with you, that's just what it is. And y'all have always showed me love, man, and I just appreciate that, because it's not too many people that be supporting.
Right.
And you always, talk about Malik, you know what I'm saying, how much you love Malik.
Great kid,
And,
man.
I appreciate
it, man. Like one thing about kids, man. When they greet you with a handshake and speak. I don't care where I see him at. He could be over there. He gonna step out of his circle, come over, shake my hand, ask me how I'm doing. Stuff like that's something that always resonate with me with kids, because that's the type of kid I was, the type of kid I'm trying to raise, that no matter what, you always address the adult, hey, how you doing? And it's like, it's like, I look at Malik kind of like a little brother, like a nephew or something. So when he be like, I be like, man, this is called a big man, though.
Yeah, I love it, man. Like I said, AZ always showing love to Malik and everything, Joya. So
Yeah,
man.
I just before we go too late, I just want to thank everybody that had anything to do with the Bacots.
I want to tell you that too.
All the support that the family and friends, and just everyone that had anything to do with our success. I wanted to say thank you from the bottom of our heart. And just get used to hearing his name, because you will be hearing his name for a long
And see,
time.
she took my pocket. I sure was gonna say to anybody you want to shout out. So
Yeah.
no, see, you did it. See,
Yeah, that's all.
I ain't even had to tell you. No, Doe, you got anything you want to say? I'm enjoying your probably already said it for you.
Same thing, like, man, I just want to thank everybody, that always supported, our family. Definitely want to thank the city, the state, they always, show Armando, mad love, my daughter, my kids. So, just really, man, just want to give thanks to God and just really just thank everybody, man, because, it's real. Like, I tell people, it's like, man, people take that for granted, like, that's real.
For sure.
That's real.
Kings, you got anything you want to shout out before you sign out?
my coaches, my family, my brothers and sisters, my dad and my mom, my little sister. And yeah, that's really it though.
AZ, last but not least.
Just everybody who always supported me, my family, and just always reaching out, especially during this time I'm going through right now. Like, that's what really stood out to me the most, with people reaching out to me now, like even past my surgery, like just contacting me. Like, that means a lot to me.
Yeah.
And I want to wish you well in your recovery, man. A healthy but steadfast, speedy recovery. But, you know, sometimes we want to rush things and stuff like that. But I just want you to get back to normalcy. So even if you don't play ball, even don't get a chance to come see you, I'm like, you come to see me play? I'm coming.
Yeah.
But even if I don't, you know, I'm going to be rooting for you no matter what it is that you do. And you know, it's always love when we see each other.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you always.
Yes, sir. So for BallinVA, y'all, please go and like, subscribe, because this is how we keep the lights on in here. And it's a hard thing to do, man. But I appreciate all of y'all. Richmond City 804. Appreciate all of y'all for getting behind this thing, because I never think this thing was going to take off the way that it's taken off in the past year, man. And I think, even though I don't tell everybody, thank y'all so much. Everybody who watches, subscribe, thank y'all so much. And we out.
I appreciate y'all watching the episode again today, y'all. You know, go over, make sure that y'all check out my man, rickstocko.com, for any of your home buying needs. Appreciate it. Thanks again.